Hello everybody, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another gameplay of Madden 20. Today we will be rebuilding the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be a little bit harder of a build because every build that doesn't start off with like an X Factor QB or a Superstar QB, it ends up being a pretty difficult task. Josh Allen isn't that bad of a QB, but I don't think he'll be the future of QBs like Lamar Jackson or something like that. Anyways, let's get into this rebuild and the overview of the team. For our Commander-in-Chief, Josh Allen, as we just discussed, he's only 23 years old, very good, but we will probably have to pay him in this rebuild. Now we'll take a huge cap hit. He has 99 throw power and 84 speed. Those are pretty good stats. Cole Beasley, John Brown are not going to get the job done. This O-line is pretty good. Tight end needs help. And Lee is a little bit too old. Lee Smith. Tyler Croft will probably be our starter. And where's Dawson Knox? I think it's Dawson Knox is his name. But anyways, on to the defense. Tremaine Edmonds as our linebacker. We do need to improve at linebacker. Shaq Lawson is a second string behind Jerry Hughes. I'll probably change that and trade Trent Murphy. Very good secondary with Micah Hyde. But anyways, yeah, let's go and switch Shaq Lawson to the left end so that way he can start over Trent Murphy, and that way they both have star development. I'm going to trade away Trent Murphy. Our cornerbacks are very okay since Tre'Davious White is here. Tre'Davious White is a very, very good player. I'm going to move this D-tackle up and Shaq Lawson, obviously, change our scheme to the best percentage so we're in the best position to win, because schemes actually matter in this game now. 80 works, and 92 4-6 defense is easily the best. Anyways, checking back on the defense, Tre'Davious White here is 24 years old, second year, pick artist, shutdown, amazing cornerback, great in the NFL. Anyways, let's get into these trades. Our first trade is Lorenzo Alexander and Cole Beasley for Calvin Ridley and a third-round pick from the Falcons. Great trade. Next pick, John Brown, Jerry Hughes for a first from the Packers. A little bit overvalued. Probably could have got another fourth, but it's okay. Our next pick, Lee Smith, Stephen Hauschka, Tyler Croft for a first and a fourth from the Patriots. They're all old and take up cap. Now, here's the real Stefon Diggs trade, because I do not have updated rosters like people downloaded, but these were the details of the trade, except I think the Vikings got another fourth-round pick, which I will add here. I could have taken off their seventh pick and then traded a fourth for a seventh to make it even, but it's fine. I guess the Vikings are just going to lose another seventh now because I kind of screwed that up, but it's okay. We do have Stefon Diggs now on the Bills like he is supposed to be, which is a big, big building block piece to the wide receiving core now that we have Calvin Ridley and Stefon Diggs. And, I almost forgot that he is a punter because I had to force trade that. Because for some reason, there's a lot of players that are untradeable. I don't know why. It happens a lot. But anyways, we're going to generate the best lineup. And this is what we're looking at. Overall, a solid lineup, nothing special. We're probably going to have to improve at halfback because halfbacks make such a difference. If you have an X Factor halfback, it's really, really good. It ends up being like really good on the stats. Most of them end up carrying the team. I'll start you just because you have star development. And never mind, you are old. I'll demote you. Anyways, Jordan Phillips, 26. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here. I'm just looking at things. Our kicker needs some help. And overall, the O-line is not that bad. See you guys at the midseason mark. At the midseason mark, we are 2-5. Really? Okay. Maybe Josh Allen is not the future, but we will rock with Josh Allen because if I draft a rookie quarterback, they're most likely going to be star development with like 74 overall, so it's not going to be a huge deal. We're second to last in the division, and Levi Wallace here is a free agent. I don't want to pay him that much. I feel like I can get him better in free agency. Though Shaq Lawson, I do want to re-sign. 6-year deal. Very cheap for a defensive end, especially with his star development. Quinn Spain, I'm a little bit iffy on. That's actually pretty cheap for his position. Only 2 years, that will work. Everyone else here don't really have interest in. Maybe Jordan Phillips at the end of the season if he develops. But anyways, let's sim to the playoffs. And surprise, surprise, we did not make the playoffs coming off a win off the Jets in Week 17, 24-17. We finished last, 5-11. Okay, Josh Allen did not have a heater of a season, 29th offense, nor did anyone on the offense. Defense really carried everyone. So that's a good sign to see. Devin Singletary not too hot. Stefon Diggs didn't even get over 1,000 yards. Devin Singletary barely got over 1,000 rushing yards. Yeah, Stefon Diggs not even with 1,000 receiving. That's pretty sad, considering his ability. And for the defense, not very many sacks, not very many picks. Couldn't really turn the ball over. 1 safety by Matt Milano and 0 defensive touchdowns. Anyways, let's get into the offseason. Into the offseason as the Browns lose to the Saints 45-27 in the Super Bowl. Devin Singletary has an upgrade. We're not going to look at Rookie of the Year and all those awards. It's fine. Levi Wallace, I can get you cheaper in free agency, so I'm not going to do that. Jordan Phillips did develop, and he's a relatively cheap defensive tackle, and I don't plan to draft one. So I will give you a 3-year extension. And, yeah, it's a pretty cheap contract, so that will do. And he returns. Anyways, we are going to get into free agency, and I will show you what the team looks like after free agency. After free agency, as you can see, we have Kareem Hunt, big addition, and Austin Hooper. 2 positions filled, and Eric Armstead and Yannick Ngakoue, which is a stacked defensive line. I am very happy about this defensive line. Could not be happier. Probably maybe if Jordan Phillips was better, but that's not the biggest issue. Jordan Poyer is regressing. We're probably going to have to look at strong safety in the draft, maybe even kicker. And we are trading Shaq Lawson III and a rotational, my bad for the stutter, receiver for Von Miller because Shaq Lawson was second string to Yannick Ngakoue. Anyways, this is the team after the draft. I will not show you free agency in the draft because that takes too long and takes too much time of the video that I don't want to record. But we got O-line, we got a strong safety, and we got a good cornerback. I'm going to add Jordan Poyer, word vomit, to the trade block. I don't think I'm going to take the time to manually trade him so I can get first round picks. I'll probably just trade him. And I'm going to trade him. I keep stuttering over my words. What I'm trying to say is I'm just going to trade him on the trade block. I won't get a first round pick though. But after 1 week, we do have an offer from the Baltimore Ravens. A 3 and a 5 in Jimmy Smith. I understand we need cornerback, but like 32 years old or 31 years old, I don't want to re-sign Jimmy Smith anyways. So I'm going to decline that offer, and I'm going to sim to the midseason, so that way we just get more offers. At the midseason mark, we have 2 breakout players, including Stefon Diggs, and we are 2-5 again. That's pretty disappointing, but here's some trade offers for Jordan Poyer. A 3 and a 5, 3-7. A 2 and a 7 will go for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm okay with that. Being at the bottom of the division, let's see what the breakout challenges are. Maybe we could get them. Maybe we can't. I don't know. That's Yannick Ngakoue with 1. I assume we'll probably get that and go up to superstar development. And Stefon Diggs with the other. Now, upgrading players, then we shall get into the contracts. Auto upgrade them. I should just leave auto upgrading on, but I don't know where that is. I forgot where it was. Matt Milano is here. Definitely want him back. I don't know why, but he improves his development trait so fast by sim. He always does. It surprised me he didn't get not superstar, but star last year. Dawkins is here. That's pretty expensive, but that's usually what a left tackle goes for. I would prefer a better one, maybe with, maybe with star development, but beggars can't be choosers. Anyways, here at the playoffs, and surprise, surprise, we did not make it after coming off a win 21-14 from the Patriots, who did win the division. Looking at our team schedule, it was 2 wins, and then the other half of the season, we just kind of dominated. Win, 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 1 loss, and win, win, win. That's a pretty insane turnaround, but either way, we couldn't make the playoffs, so it was kind of all for naught. Now we just have a worse draft pick, so that's nothing to brag about, really. And sorry if you guys hear me snuffing a lot. My nose is kind of stuffed up. It's April right now, and allergies going around, even though nobody's probably going to watch this video because I have no subscribers. Anyways, Tremaine Edmonds all over the field. Matt Milano with 16 tackles for a loss. Yannick Ngakoue with 11.5 sacks. Good amount of picks. 0 safeties and 0 defensive touchdowns. Like normal. Anyways, let's get into this offseason. After we upgrade our Coach XP, what do we want? QB training boost for Josh Allen, O-line, maybe D-line. No, we can't afford that. And let's get into the offseason. At the offseason, we do not re-sign anybody because we don't want anybody. Richard Sherman is here. We don't really have that much in cap, and Chibier Awuzie is here, which I would love to bring on the team. Not having that much cap, though, so this is the team before the draft, as Stefon Diggs did go up in development, which is great. Our guard is star development, and our receiver is star development. Von Miller, great defense, and Yannick Ngakoue is at superstar development now. Moving that cornerback up so that way he develops faster than Trevon Johnson, if I do believe that's how you say his name. Our strong safety is a star development as well. But anyways, I may have to trade Mitch Morse. After the draft, this is what we're looking at, and I did end up trading Mitch Morse. You guys did not see that. I accidentally clicked off too fast to show the recording of it. But I'm going to move this guy into center because Mitch Morse was taking up $10 million a year. That was as much as Brian Dawkins was taking up. Mitch Morse was a center, which was a lot of money, but we're speaking Madden terms, so it's a little bit different than real life. I know it wouldn't happen in real life, though. Anyways, we did end up picking a defensive tackle and trading away Jordan Phillips as well in the Mitch Morse trade, which was not that bad. So we got a pretty good defensive tackle out of it. If I think his development star, then it's going to be good, which it is going to be at least star. So I think that was a good pick. But anyways, on to the midseason. At the midseason mark, we have a lot of messages, and we are 3-4, better than 2-5 by 1 win. Nothing to be astonished about, but we have players to upgrade and players to re-sign. Players to re-sign is Tre'Davious White and Von Miller and Micah Hyde, which is big, but Tre'Davious White is getting the first, and he got it. He is back. Micah Hyde, want back. Maybe we could trade him if he regresses far enough. I don't know. I think I'll just keep him. Okay, he returns. Calvin Ridley, we need back. 5-year deal. Does he accept? And he accepts. I'm glad nobody's being greedy. I don't want Teron Johnson. Von Miller is here. Yeah, he's going to be super expensive. I don't want to pay that much for him. And also, he's regressing really hard. So I think I'm going to franchise tag him. Just take this money down so that way he declines. And if he accepts, that's great. Yeah, he wants a lot more money, which I'm not going to give him. I'm just going to franchise tag him at the end of the year, then let him go the next year. Teron Johnson, he is pretty cheap for a cornerback, so I'll just see how he... Yeah, that works. I thought I wasn't going to re-sign him, but I changed my mind now. Anyways, looking at the team... Just making sure everything's in place and the CPU didn't screw anything up. And we have an all-superstar defensive line. That is insane. I expect sacks upon sacks with the edge rusher Von Miller. I expect so much from this defense. Anyways, let's get to the playoffs. And once again, we did not make the playoffs, coming off a huge win against the Steelers, crushing them right before the playoffs. And what was our record? Are you kidding me? 7, 8, and 1? That's ridiculously stupid, dude. That's so dumb. Let's spend some Coach XP. Hopefully, in the final season, we can finally make the playoffs. I know everyone is thinking in their heads, like, I am the worst franchise Madden player ever to live. Go watch C4, go watch Bengal, go watch anyone else. I'm doing a terrible job at this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I have a solid O-line. I have great receivers. I have a great tight end. Defense is stacked. We should be getting sacks upon sacks, but it's not happening. Tremaine Edmonds with the most tackles for like the 4th year in a row. Not as many tackles for a loss that I want. Von Miller with double-digit sacks, the only person on the team with double-digit sacks. No safeties, no defensive touchdowns. As usual. Which sucks. But anyways, let's get into the offseason. In the offseason, the Cowboys beat the Browns in the Super Bowl. I think that's what it was. I couldn't quite see that. But Von Miller is here. Yeah, we're just going to offer him a really cheap contract, then franchise tag him because he's not going to accept it. There it is. Franchise tag. Anyone else here I want? No, there isn't. So let's just get into free agency. After free agency, this is what the team will look like. Well, it does look like. On offense, as usual, just kind of a typical thing. O-line has kind of gotten a little bit worse. Nothing special. This is the team before the draft because we had negative cap room in free agency, so we didn't really pick anyone up. Now this is the team after the draft. We picked up a few new O-line because we needed it. We picked up a middle linebacker, and that's probably about it. Yeah, nothing too special, nothing too insane. But, our cornerback has got up to superstar development. That's really cool. But he doesn't even have an ability yet, so nothing too useful, I would say. But still, superstar development is great, even though it's going to be the final season with him. Now on to the 4th and final season. We are 5-3 at the mid-season mark. Finally, but it is a super tight race with Jets at 5-2 and the Patriots at 6-1. We may not even make the playoffs again, and this would be such a waste of a video. I am so sorry for boring you, but we need to make this. This needs to happen. Hopefully we can make it, but we got contracts to get into first. Von Miller is here, Tremaine Edmonds. I know this was our last year and we may not need to resign them, but I may play another year for a 5th year just so that way you guys don't get bored. Josh Allen has this huge contract. Probably won't be able to re-sign Von Miller this year. Dawson Knox we're going to have to let walk. Von Miller, yeah, there's only $20,000 to re-sign him. I'll just offer him that so that way we can franchise tag him at the end of the year. Anyways, let's sim to the playoffs. At the playoffs, we did make it, and not only did we make it, we made it with a first round bye, which is insane, but we upgrade some players. We're going to do some XP. Maybe that will help if we make it to the Super Bowl, but let's see who we are facing in this next round. But first, let's look at the stats. Josh Allen, not too heater of a season, other than 3rd in passing touchdowns and 1st in defense in the NFL, which is great. Kareem Hunt had a great year. Stefon Diggs, not amazing. Receiving, yeah, nothing too special. Tremaine Edmonds, again, for the 4th year in a row. Most tackles for a loss. Tremaine Edmonds. Von Miller with 17.5 sacks, which is amazing, even though he regressed further than last year. A lot of interceptions. Do we have any safeties or defensive touchdowns? Nope, and nope. Anyways, let's get into... Wait, hold up. I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing here, but I feel stupid. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but it's fine. We'll just sim to the playoffs. We'll get into this game against the 9-7 Chargers. God, I hope we win this. I'm going to hop in and not really play the moments, but I'm just going to skip them and see what the score is and maybe see if we need to hop in because this is our 4th and final year, and this is our first time making the playoffs, and we got a first round bye, which is pretty amazing in my opinion. Not amazing that we didn't make it the other 3 years, but at least we got a first round bye. And to save all of you guys the boring details, here are the highlights. And we are driving down the field, a minute and a half left. I keep running tight end attack and wide stick, but it's okay. This ball goes directly to Austin Hooper, dart by Josh Allen on the run. Nobody really rushed me, but I still made the throw anyways. And then I see Stefon Diggs being pressed, and I know that's a mismatch. On the run, throws it. Perfect pass, dime, touchdown. Now it's 22-20, and I need the 2-point conversion. The game tries to throw me out and tries to do the 2-point conversion by itself, but I know the trick to this. If you have an X Factor receiver that is like a physical, like a Mike Evans or something like that, or just an X Factor receiver, just do the slant whenever you're on the 2-yard line, and then boom, free touchdown. Super easy, but anyways, we are now here in overtime, 22-22, and I'm not going to play this overtime because this is only the divisional round, and you guys are here for the Super Bowl. But anyways, we are going to see how it plays out. Going to let the auto sim decide my fate. Hopefully it works out. But we didn't come all this way to lose. And defense needs my help. I gotta let the computer play it out, and they score anyways. That is going to be a touchdown. That is going to be the end of this video. That is a poor way to end the video, but that is 4 seasons. I know that was very hard to end it like that, but my next rebuild will be the Denver Broncos. Hope you guys look forward to that, and I'm sorry I haven't been uploading recently. I kind of quit a while ago, then I jumped back on this train because I'm playing Madden. I might as well make a video of it. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and see you guys in the next rebuild.